Sexuality. What's that about?
Well, I wouldn't say it was a concern. I was just saying that, it was just, it came to my attention, because I remember about a year ago, some people from Ireland I was talking to, they told me that, McGregor is actually gay. You know what I'm saying? And I remember thinking,
You got people telling you that he was gay?
yeah. But everybody always talks about rumors. It's like a rumor thing. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like anything offensive. It was more like rumors, people. And I always said to myself, nah. I mean, every time somebody becomes famous, there's always gay rumors. So I'm like, I don't like the guy, but I also I'm not the gossipy type. I don't think he's gay. Not that if he was gay, it would matter to me. But I just didn't really pay much attention to it. And the people were like, I'm telling you, he goes both ways. And I said, he's got kids, he's got a wife that's pregnant or whatever. Like, no, I'm telling you, it goes both ways.
You got more than one source told you this, or just one guy?
A couple people. So
Reputable people. Would you say that the reputable people or just street people? Because, I mean, we don't need any names over here, but still.
Yeah, mental, but the thing was that I didn't pay attention to it anyway.
Okay, that's fine. But what makes you think he has a thing for you? Why are you saying that he has a thing for you?
Over the course of the year, more has happened. This was already after the sparring, but now more has happened over the course of the past year. Every few months this guy brings me up. And then he brings me up, and what happens? It causes the media storm to talk about him, and then he has to be on my mind. Because as soon as he brings me up, I respond, and then before you know it, the media all wants to ask questions about me, and about him to me, and all this other stuff. And I never mind talking to him because, I don't really like the guy anyway. But, of course, he invites the questions by bringing me up,
Right. So what's it going to take for you to fight this guy? Are you done, or are you retired, or what?
I started to think, like, you know what? I think this is getting weird, because he just did it again on Instagram last week or 2 weeks ago, And I said, it's not the first time, and it might not be the last time. And I started to think, what kind of man...
Yeah, but he has a wife, he has kids. I mean, how could it be...
I've met a lot of gay guys that had wives and kids. That doesn't matter.
I'm just playing the devil's advocate over here, bro.
Of course, yeah. I don't think you having a wife and a kid makes you not gay. You might want a male wife, for all I know. You know what I'm saying? Like... that might be what he wants. I really don't know. But I'll tell you what, this is the conclusion I came to. And again, it doesn't really matter to me because he can do what he wants. But I just don't want to be sexually harassed by this guy, So just like if a guy keeps bothering her, a woman has the right to be offended. This guy don't leave me alone. He's harassing me. So it's getting to the point where I started thinking about it. If this guy wanted to fight, okay, over the course of the year we'll go back and forth. Yeah, maybe he wants to fight. Go back and forth. And then I started thinking, this guy always meant, man, he doesn't want to fight. He doesn't want to fight. He just likes me, likes having himself on my mind because he knows the media is going to ask me questions. So I started thinking. I started saying, what kind of a man wants to keep talking about another man, but doesn't want to compete, doesn't want to fight, but just always wants his man to have him on his mind? I started to think about it, and then I realized I remembered what those people had told me about a little while back, and I said, bro, this might be true, actually. I didn't even think about it twice at first, to the point where I had almost forgotten about it. But then I started thinking, bro, this might be true, but this guy might be gay. This is the only conclusion I can come with. I was like, this guy, he doesn't want to fight me, but he can't stop talking about me. You know what I'm saying? So he doesn't want to release the video. He doesn't want to do anything, because if he releases the video of the sparring, then nobody will talk about it anymore.
Yeah, but if he was gay, as you say, don't you think he would have a different approach? If he really wants to give you to the Batman.
Because I think he has trouble coming out. I don't think he would have a different approach, because I think he's has inner demons, and it's a shame because in 2019 you actually get praised for coming out of the closet and being gay. So I think it would actually bring him some beneficial, positive publicity if he just came out and said the truth. That he's gay, but. And again, I hope he does. I hope for the benefit for him in that way. I may dislike the guy, but I don't have a problem with whatever direction he's going to go.
Hey, if he's I just don't
want to get caught in the middle of it. This wasn't my intention to get caught in the middle of his gay love triangle with his wife and then his problem trying to be attracted to guys. I don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? Because he might be like certain people that like both guys and girls.
Wow.
I don't know. So I started thinking about it, and I said, bro, this guy continues again, and again, he's not going to fight me. You know what I'm saying? We already know he's not going to fight me, and we already know he's not going to release the full sparring. So I mean, at least not the unedited.
Okay, so what's your conclusion then?
My conclusion is that I just told you, Phil. He's gay. The guy's gay. That's my conclusion. There's no other reason you can get off.
Okay, so you wanna.
I'm mentioning, but he gets off mentioning my name. He gets off on it. I mention his name in response because I'm thinking, okay, this guy wants to fight. We can do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have no problem fighting him. I have no problem doing.
Okay, so your conclusion is that you think he's gay and you want to fight his ass, but he's not gonna want to fight your ass because why don't you think he doesn't want to fight you then?
If he's gay,
If he says he beat your ass, why isn't he fighting you?
Well, I don't think he. First of all, he knows he didn't beat my ass. Number one, I mean, that between me and him, that's between me and him, because nobody else saw the video except what happened that day. So he didn't beat my ass, and he knows that, and I know that. But for him to keep mentioning this, he's obviously gay. You know what I'm saying? Because there's no other way. You'd be done with this already, bro. Think about it. If that was you, you'd be done with it already. You got away with it. You made people believe you beat me up, and you're done. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not gonna fight me. You know you're not gonna fight me. You're done. Let me rot. You know what I mean? Let me rot and be miserable about it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
The fact that he keeps talking about me with no intention of fighting me, bro.
So why don't you just reach out to Dana White yourself?
When I combine it with the rumors, and again, this is not a problem with him. You know what I'm saying? Like, if he wants to be sexually a homosexual, he can do that. You know what I'm saying? I just don't want to be harassed in that way. You know what I'm saying? Like just like a woman doesn't want to be harassed by a guy who's bothering her and complaining about harassment. I feel like that woman right now is complaining about this guy sexually harassing.
You think what? Basically,
This guy clearly
you think?
has a thing for me.
Do you think?
And it's troubling for me because I don't go that way. If I went that way, maybe it would be cool, but I don't. so I can't I can't fathom it.
Do you think he dreams about you in fishnets?
Once I came to that conclusion, once I realized what I had heard last year, that I thought at one time it was just a stupid rumor and I didn't care for it. Now I realize there's a lot of truth to it, and his actions with me are proof of that. You know what I'm saying?
Do you think he dreams about you in fishnets?
I haven't thought about it that deeply, honestly. Maybe he saw that Oscar likes fishnets, and Oscar may go that way, so he thought he has an attraction for me, so he might dream about me in that way. But again, that's his business.
But let's talk business for a minute. Why don't you just?
I have a right not to be arrested.
Okay, time out. Because I don't want to prolong this, but why don't you just talk business and just reach out to Dana White and say, look, give me a fight with this guy.
We've had that with Heyman already. Yeah, they don't want to fight.
They don't want to fight?
No, they don't want to fight.
Did they reply back saying that they don't want to fight, or they just not interested? What?
Even Dana made public statements. Nah, he heard him. He made it was bullshit public statements, but he heard him. We don't need to do that. Okay, but you also don't release the full video. They keep promising to release the full video, and they don't. This is what I'm telling you. It's not actually about a fight. It's not about fighting me, and it's not about releasing the sparring. It's about if the guy's gay. You know what I'm saying? And it's like a weird sexual fetish he's got going on. And I accidentally got myself.
So basically, you're calling him out. In other words, you're calling him out on his sexuality. You're telling him to come out. In other words, just come out and be happy. That's it.
But in this day and age, people are. It's a prideful thing too to come out. Like you get commended. You get a round of applause. They even give you an award. You might win.
They give you an award.
You might be able to win Woman of the Year, like Caitlyn Jenner did.
Okay. Okay, well.
Anyway, like I said, that's none of my business. It's sexuality. I just don't want to be caught in the middle. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have no problem with what direction he wants to go. It's a little bit disturbing for me that I don't go that way. It's like a straight person bothering a homosexual. You know what I'm saying? I think they're gonna be a little bit uncomfortable after a while if they're trying to put the moves on them consistently after being turned down.
Okay, so if it bothers you, I don't know, do something about it Italian style. Grab the fucking bat, take out your fucking belt, and fucking whip him.
I'm not around them.
But would you do that? Would you fucking take out the belt at the old-fashioned Italian style?
You gotta be careful the way you word these things. You're gonna start turning them on, giving them ideas.
Okay, anyways, last one, this weekend's fight, Thurman versus Lopez. I believe Thurman is entitled to have a lesser opponent after 2 years off. What's your take on that?
Yeah, I believe that too. But I also look at.
Hold on, aspetta. Hold on, let me pause this. Let me record that. Hold on, because I know where I'm at.